going on? It's Laura, and as you can tell by the title, this is the time that I got a call that somebody was being kidnapped. So if you want to hear the story, stay tuned. Okay guys, as you can tell, this video is about the time I took a call regarding a kidnapping. Oh my gosh. I was still in training. So I was still with my trainer doing my OJT, and which is on the job training. So what that means is that she can hear all of my calls basically. We're gonna call her Kay, just for privacy reasons. And so Kay and I, we have been talking, have been on the phone. She's been giving me feedback about my calls, which is really good. So I answered the emergency line, 911. What's the address of the emergency? And the guy is hysterical. Do you hear me? People are just intense about their children, right? So I answered the call and he's like, my son just got kidnapped. My son just got kidnapped. I was like, okay, sir, where are you? What is the address? And he tells me that he's at some park. Well, the park wasn't a city park. It was a park in their neighborhood, their community. So that added a little bit more of a barrier because I had to figure out or try to get him to tell me what the cross streets were. So once he did that, we started talking. Okay, how long ago did this happen? He said about 3 minutes. Okay, did you see anyone physically take your child? No, but I looked, like I turned around and then I looked around and he was gone, and then there was a van, a white van, burning off from the parking lot. And I was like, okay. He's like, I see this van every day. He's like, me and my son always come to this park every day at the same time, and we always see this vehicle. And I always see the man driving the vehicle. So he's like, I think that this was planned. I think that he conspired to kidnap my son. And I was like, oh my gosh. And when you put a kidnapping into your call type, that's a priority 1 call, and shit just goes crazy when that happens. Like there's like an alert, like a ring that sounds when you put in that call type, and then everybody just is kind of like, what the heck is going on? So not only are you listening to your caller, at that time I was listening to my caller, I was listening to Kay, my trainer, and I was listening to the dispatcher, the police dispatcher, who was trying to get additional information from me. So the guy gave me the description of his child. He said, you know, he's about 8 years old, Hispanic male. He's wearing a red shirt with a character on the front and denim jeans, white sneakers. He's got dark brown hair. Then he gave me a description of the van. He just said it was a big white cargo van. And at that point, y'all, not even kidding you, because this was like the first like major call that I had taken, I started getting real hot. Like I was hot as hell. Like I could have been in hell and didn't even know it. Like I just like started unbuttoning my jacket. I had to take that joker off. I had to come up out my clothes because I was that hot. It got intense. And so I'm typing and talking to the man, talking to him, and he's like running around the park screaming his kid's name. Jay, where are you? Where are you? And you know, I'm still asking him questions, still talking to him. Did you see the van? Do you still see the van? Do you know which direction it went into? I mean, he is just like going there. I asked him his home address, because that's very important, because sometimes when kids not necessarily get kidnapped, but when they get lost, they usually try to go home. So asked him, what is your address, so that we can get officers in that area as well. So he gave me his address, and so we were talking. He was, you know, because I'm trying to keep him calm, he's telling me where he's looking and where he is so that I can make sure that the officers get there to him. We call his house. I ask him his home number. Those are just like standard questions that we ask. Ask him his home number so that we could have someone else call his home, speak with whoever was there to see if the child was indeed there at the house. We did call, the kid wasn't there. So it was just kind of like, oh my goodness, did this kid really get kidnapped? So the officers arrive at the park, and they are just, you know, kind of searching around. The park has a restroom near like a little, they have like a community restroom, pool, and there's like a little lake. I couldn't see that like physically, but I could see it like on the map. So anyway, about 5 minutes later, after police arrived, they found the child in the restroom that was there at the park. And the officer put in his notes that the child said that he had a tummy ache, and his dad told him don't go anywhere, but he really had to go to the restroom. So he ran to the restroom in hopes that he would get done before his father realized that he was gone. And sure enough, that did not occur. But we were able to, you know, obviously reunite them. The kid came out of the restroom like, what? And this the officer had, you know, had told me. And so it was just so neat that the kid wasn't really kidnapped. He just had a tummy ache and had to take a dump. So that was luckily a great outcome. So I hope you like this story time. If you want to hear more, definitely please make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe. And also click the bell so that you can get notifications every time I post. Thank you guys, and have a great day. Bye.